Thanks to all the submissions from you, today I'll be covering the top 10 spells you want to see in Hogwarts Legacy. People of the internet, RetroRaconteur here. If we're meeting for the first time, I'm just a dad who loves games and the stories they tell. We post videos every week here on YouTube and also stream over on Twitch. And today's video is all about you. That's right, your ideas and suggestions for spells that you want to see in Hogwarts Legacy. In a recent video, I gave you 5 spells I'd love to see in Hogwarts Legacy and then asked you to submit your ideas. And boy, did you guys respond. I mean, look at this right here. First off, I want to say thank you to everyone who commented with their ideas for spells. This video wouldn't have been possible without your suggestions. The 5 spells I suggested were Episci, Muffliato, the Patronus Charm, Ridiculous, and Protego. Thanks to one eagle-eyed commenter for pointing out 2 things regarding these spells. 1. Severus Snape is actually the wizard who invented Muffliato, and he did while he was at Hogwarts. This means the spell wasn't created until around 1971 at the earliest, which means, sadly, there's no chance we'll see it in Hogwarts Legacy without breaking the canon, of course. Speaking of spells invented by Snape, Sectum Sempra was a spell that came up a few times in the comments. However, like Muffliato, it was also invented by Snape. Same for Levicorpus too, in case you're wondering. On the positive side though, this same commenter also pointed out that another one of my ideas, Protego, is most likely confirmed to be in the game thanks to the official trailer. It's easy to miss, but if you watch this moment here just before the troll strikes, you can see the wizard executing a shield-like spell that seems to deflect the attack back from the troll. So good news, Protego is likely in. But enough about my list, let's get to the spells you guys most want to see in Hogwarts Legacy. Number 1, Flippandoo! I'm sorry, I just can't not say it like that. I love that you guys suggested this one because it's all about the nostalgia here. Flippandoo, of course, is the knockback jinx, and it was used rather frequently in the original Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone video game. There are various times throughout the book series this spell was probably used, but as far as I can remember, the incantation has only appeared in the video games. Honestly, I hope this one isn't overused because, let's be honest here, it was probably way overused in the games. For nostalgia purposes though, it would be great to see it make an appearance even if it's almost like an Easter egg. Number 2, the Unforgivable Curses. Okay, you actually get 3 spells in one right here. Avada Kedavra, Crucio, and Imperio. And man, you guys have absolutely not hidden the fact that you can't wait to wield some dark magic. I'm gonna stay away from you guys. In another of my recent Hogwarts Legacy videos, I asked whether you would want to play as good or evil, and so many of you have responded evil. So it's no surprise to see the Unforgivables make an appearance here. Let's go through them one by one. Avada Kedavra, also known as the killing curse that took the lives of Harry's parents, could work, but this would likely need to be a late game spell in order to keep it from being overused or overpowering. Perhaps there could be some sort of anger or rage meter that needs to be powered before you could use it. In the books, the killing curse can't be used unless the caster truly means it. They need the anger and rage to actually see another person vanquished in order for it to work. As for Crucio, I mean, yikes. It's a curse purely intended to torture the person on the receiving end of it. Like Avada Kedavra, you also have to truly mean it. I'm not sure if they could work this one into the game and still maintain the T rating that I'm sure they're striving toward. Imperio, on the other hand, has a lot of interesting implications for how it could be used in the game. You see, it's a spell that allows the caster to take over the mind of another person and control them, basically. And as I'm sure you guys can as well, I can think of quite a few gaming scenarios where this one could be very useful for solving puzzles or making your way through certain stealth levels. What's interesting is that unlike Avada Kedavra and Crucio, this one isn't about anger, hate, or inflicting pain on another person. In fact, can you remember when Harry actually used this one in the books? If so, let me know down in the comments. Number 3, a Pugno. I really like the suggestion here for the exact reason the commenter mentioned, which is the animation possibilities. See, a Pugno is actually a jinx that directs other objects to attack. Just ask Ron about the flocks of birds that Hermione sent his way. This spell could be used on conjured magical creatures, bits of parchment as you're running through the castle, or maybe a pile of leaves as you're exploring the Forbidden Forest. Number 4, Petrificus Totalis. We all remember this iconic scene from movie 1 when Neville found himself on the other end of this spell thanks to Hermione. Also known as the Full Body Bind, it's essentially a freezing spell that temporarily paralyzes an opponent, locking their limbs to their side. This is a spell that would obviously be very useful within the context of the Hogwarts Legacy video game, and I would be pretty shocked if we don't see it. Number 5, Legilimens. Okay, now we're officially in the territory of some really intense gameplay moments if spells like Legilimens are in the picture. This charm gives the caster access to the mind of another wizard. It's not the same as Imperio, which takes control over another's mind. Legilimens, on the other hand, allows the caster to explore one's memories. Occlumency is the defense against the spell, and it's what Snape attempts to teach Harry in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. We already know that our character in Hogwarts Legacy is said to have a rare ability. Perhaps they're a skilled Legilimens. Number 6, Glacious. On the opposite side of Incendio, we have Glacious, the freezing spell. This charm can freeze opposing targets as well as water. It can also be used for extinguishing fires, along with Aguamenti, of course, as well as cooling off fire-dwelling salamanders. I love how the commenter who suggested this mentioned using it in creative ways, such as maybe freezing the ground nearby to make creatures or attacking wizards slip and fall. Number 7, Confringo. Confringo is known as a blasting curse that can cause targets to explode. That's right, explode. According to the Harry Potter Wiki, which is a fantastic resource by the way, Peter Pettigrew, aka Wormtail, used this spell in the mass killing of 12 Muggles in 1981. That being said, it's not always lethal and could be used in dueling as well. Number 8, Expelliarmus. Speaking of dueling, there's no way this one isn't in, right? I mean, Expelliarmus may be the most iconic spell of the entire series. Harry uses it so much that Lupin even tells him that the Death Eaters have come to recognize it as his signature move. That being said, though, it did work out for him in both of his face-to-face meetings with Voldemort, so who's to judge? Of course, in normal use, Expelliarmus is a spell for disarming your opponent. When used correctly, it should result in the other wizard losing their wand. Number 9, Protego Diabolica. My list featured Protego, but you guys want to see Protego Diabolica. This is a dark charm that creates a ring of protection made of black fire around its caster. The spell is unique in that allies of the caster can pass through the flames unharmed. Enemies, on the other hand, will be burned. If it sounds familiar to you, then it's because you probably remember it from the climax of Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Number 10, Fiendfire. This is by far one of the most powerful and damaging spells on our list. When Crabbe uses the spell in the final chapters of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry doesn't even recognize the spell. It produces massive flames that grow rapidly in both size and heat. The fire itself can take the form of enormous serpents, dragons, or other beasts that pursue live targets. In fact, Fiendfire is so powerful that it's one of the few methods of destroying a Horcrux. We have plenty of other Hogwarts Legacy videos for you to check out. Just click the playlist here on the right side of the screen. Thank you all so much for your suggestions, for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.